Good day and welcome to Lindsay Woolsey Historical. I'm Lindsay, and today I have a very special project. I am going to hand sew start to finish a historically accurate 1780s gown, and I'm going to do so with a duvet cover I found at an op shop. I love going to op shops to find materials to turn into historical clothing. For one, this is a very historical practice. To extend the life of a textile by refashioning or repurposing it is extremely on brand with what one's historical forebears have done. And frankly, it is a way more frugal and economical way to be able to participate in this really wonderful constructive hobby. I clocked this out-of-print IKEA Duvet. This is an awesome 18th century print. I know already that IKEA sometimes uses 18th century extant textiles to inspire their home decor design. Please IKEA, keep doing this. But two, all of my years of study of the 18th century and inhabiting the 18th century and talking to other experts who know way more than I do about the 18th century have taught me a couple little handy notes. One is to look for a smaller scale floral print with plenty of white ground, especially for the third quarter of the 18th century. Two is to look for 4 or fewer colors to round out the print. This can include colors that have multiple shades, as if the color's been printed over itself for a more intense hue, but you don't really want many more beyond that, not an overly complicated design. And lastly, you want it to look like it's hand-drawn. You don't want your flowers or design or serpentine vines to be too 3D or look too real. You want it to have this sort of rustic quality. This duvet met all of those benchmarks for me.
I've made a lot of 18th century gowns before, but I've never copied this particular one held at the Kelvingrove Art Gallery and Museum in Scotland. It's a really unique piece in that it marks a transition between the close-fitting robe à l'anglaise and the chemise à la reine. You'll see a lot more of these drawstring closures in the Regency era in the early 19th century, and so I decided to give it a try. But first things first, I had to dress my mannequin in all of the proper underpinnings. It can be time-consuming and frustrating when you want to get to the good part and start making the dress, but it really is important to have all of the right supports underneath it. Like most 18th century gowns, this one is assembled over a close-fitted lining, so I had to build the bodice back lining before I could mount the fashion fabric on top of it and then pleat it down so it created a pleasing shape tapering to the waist. Once the gown skirts were cut and sewn using a mantua maker's seam, it was time to cut the bodice and sleeve pieces next.
So it is about 10:40 p.m. and I'm done for the night. Eskel has also decided that I am done for the night. I am so pleased with what I was able to achieve in a single day. Parts of it took a lot longer than I expected, and rather than talk about it, I'll just show you where I got. I love it. It's been an interesting challenge. And for $6, I'm pretty pleased with its resemblance to the extant image. After a good rest, I will be really stoked to get back to it. I got a good night's sleep and I'm ready to dive back in. It's going to be mostly finishing, putting the sleeves on, shoulder straps, binding the back edge, doing some hemming. Little finesses here and there. Didn't quite hit my goal of a gown in a day, but I'm so happy with how this came out. It's an easy road. I'm really, really happy with this. Onward and upward and gownward we go.
I decided to style myself after the way the museum displays this gown. I paired it with a seafoam green petticoat and embroidered white cotton apron, and I made a large silk-covered bergère straw hat. Thank you so much for joining me for this project. I really enjoyed making it, and I hope you enjoyed watching the process. I look forward to next time. History responsibly, my friends.